We feel so bad for all the people who have lost homes, had to be evacuated. It's truly, like nothing we've seen before. Certainly me, part of that. And the men and women on the front lines who are courageous. We've watched it on TV. It's the best we've got to do is get as close as that. Fighting, saving lives, saving homes. We just want to make sure that, even though we're not back in town, that we're still thinking about what's going on there, and we really want to acknowledge all the tragedy that's going on. It's been hard for everybody.
I noticed the stickers on the helmets, not just for you guys, but for Winnipeg as well. How important is it to kind of show that even though you're not in LA, you're kind of still thinking about everyone who is there?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not far from anybody's minds. We've heard from people all over the world, basically. We've got people in Europe who have been texting, so everybody wants to show as much support as we can. We're not there. We have a job to do. We have to get out on the road, but there's people in our organization that have been impacted personally. So I think not only us as a team, but you see the Jets and I'm sure the league. Everybody stands together, and that's what the people in LA are doing right now through this, and we just like to give our support where we can.
And you've got some staff people affected, I understand?
Yeah, in different ways. Yeah, there's. I don't think there's anybody that hasn't had somebody in some way been affected, whether it's evacuees or friends or whatever it might be. It's tragic. There's nothing else to say on that.
Puts things in perspective in some ways.
It sure does. It sure does. Yeah. And like I said, we have to get out of town and we have to do our jobs, but it doesn't mean that we're not following the news like everybody else is, and certainly aware. And I'm really grateful for the job that the people are doing to try and get this under control.
Can it be tough to get your team to focus in on doing its job when that's happening back at home?
Yeah, I mean, it has an effect. There's no question. Like you said, you've left loved ones at home, and nobody knows exactly how this thing's going to go and where it's going to end up. So there'll be a distraction there for sure. But when the game comes around, you have to do your job as a professional. But yeah, you can't put it out of your mind completely.